This week, we are super excited to talk about all that really fun news that came out of Disney's D23 event, including information about Marvel, Star Wars, Disney Pixar, and so much more. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Ay, 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 ay!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger!
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And this week we are back to talk about all the really cool stuff that's been going on out there in the pop culture universe, including a ton of info dump we got from D23, which was amazing. But before we jump into that stuff, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
I've been watching Widow's Bay on Apple TV. It's like a spooky show, kind of Stephen King-ish, a little bit of humor to it. Highly recommend.
That's awesome. I've seen a trailer for it. It actually does look really good.
It is. Lauren got me hooked on it. I'm on episode 4 of 10.
Okay. I'll have to find some time and check that out. Well, let's see. I am nerding out about kind of a book series. Have you heard of the book series Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've heard of it. I've heard people raving about it, but it was not until very recently that I decided to pick up the book and start reading it as well as the graphic novel, because they turned it into a webtoon that is slowly being turned into a graphic novel. And anyway, long story short, this thing has a huge following. It's already up to 9 novels, with the webtoon also being created, which is pretty cool. But anyway, one very popular thing about this book is the audiobook version. And there's this voice actor named Jeff Hayes who reads the audiobook and acts out every single part. And for anyone who knows this story, it's about a guy who happens to have his ex-girlfriend's cat. And this whole adventure starts. And long story short, not to spoil too much, but the cat gains abilities to talk. And so in this story, the cat is arguably maybe the second main character of the whole series. And anyway, Peacock just recently announced that Dungeon Crawler Carl is going to be turned into a TV show, and Jeff Hayes is going to be the voice of the cat on the TV show. And that's super cool. But anyway, this past weekend here in the Kansas City area, Elite Comics had their big Summer Jam event. But one of their attractions was Jeff Hayes came and he was signing autographs, and 100% of the funds went straight to their Children's Mercy Toy Drive charity. And anyway, I got to go meet him, and he was a super cool dude. And I had him sign my book and my free comic book day issue 0 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and then a little print of the cat. And I'm thinking, they're only charging $10 or $15 for these autographs. And if I waited until that show became popular to meet this guy, you know that autograph would be ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got to meet him this weekend, and that's kind of what I'm nerding out about. It was really cool.
That is really cool.
Also, shout out to William at Elite Comics. He did a cool deal where at the very end of their event at 3 p.m., any public school teacher that showed up with a badge, he let them take 15 free graphic novels to bring back to school to add to their school library. So I got to grab some books from him. So shout out to William. You guys are always so cool to the community.
Awesome.
Well, hey, as I mentioned earlier, D23 happened this past weekend, and man, they put out a ton of information when it comes to Marvel and Star Wars and Disney, and I'm super pumped about all this stuff. Did you have a chance, I'm guessing you did, to see all these trailers and stuff they dropped?
Yeah, I watched the extended Doomsday trailer.
Oh yeah, so awesome.
And the VisionQuest trailer.
Yes. I was wondering how they're going to have James Spader play a humanoid version of Ultron, but now I get it. It makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because it's all in Vision's head. And it's also interesting that there's little specks of all of those different AIs, Friday, Jarvis, Dummy, and Ultron. They're all somehow in Vision's head. And I can't wait to see what the heck's going on there.
Yeah. It looks like it's the conclusion to the trilogy.
Yeah.
What is that trilogy? Is it
I think WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and then VisionQuest.
okay?
Yep. The first one was Wanda, the second one was one of their kids, and then the third one is Vision. So it's going to kind of tie it all together.
See, I didn't know if that Doctor Strange movie was part of that. I didn't know if it was not Agatha all along and it was the Doctor Strange movie.
You're right. It is odd that they're saying trilogy because I feel like, in my opinion, I would count that as part of it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is Agatha all along actually part of it? Because they're not really in it.
Yeah, I guess I took it as Agatha because the second main character is one of their kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out this October.
Yeah. Anyway, it's exciting. I'm
Super
really
exciting.
excited for that show. I'm excited for like that character to kind of be fleshed out more.
Oh, I know.
Especially because we haven't seen anything from him since, what was it?
When he flew off on WandaVision on the finale.
Yeah.
That's the last time we've seen him.
Yeah, as like the White Vision. So, and Paul Bettany's awesome. I'm really excited for James Spader as Ultron again.
Yep.
That part I think most excited about because I just love him. I think he's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the explanation of where he's been, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, tons of X-Men information they dropped at D23. I am so excited. So I have a list here of the people they've named. We already knew Sadie Sink was Jean Grey because of Spider-Man. And for some reason, they announced Kit Connor was Cyclops. But at D23, they said Christopher Abbott is Professor Xavier. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost. Indy Navarrete from Obsession, who did an amazing job. She's Rogue. Maya Boyd is Storm. And then the very last minute, they bring out Adam Driver, and he's going to be freaking Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited that he's actually, because hasn't he been offered a Marvel part a handful of times?
Yeah, they've made so many jokes, Kevin Feige, about the amount of things they've offered Adam Driver, and he finally said yes to one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Super exciting.
Pumped for that. I think he'll be a really good Mr. Sinister.
Yep.
I hope they do the suit right.
Oh, me too.
I hope they give him the big, dumb, stupid cape thing.
Right? And him kind of have that ghostly, ghoulish look to him. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
So a few other things. There's been a little bit of kind of rumors going along with all this other stuff, and then a few other announcements. So they did announce that there is going to be a solo Nightcrawler project in the works. They didn't say about anything about casting or any of that stuff, but that'll be pretty sweet to have a solo Nightcrawler movie.
That's super.
Or one of those special presentations.
Yeah.
And this was a rumor. This actor, Asa German from Gen V, he was the little brother from that first episode who turns up having all those psychological issues. Well, it sounds like he might be playing Angel in the new X-Men universe, but this is just a rumor. That one has not been confirmed. But the other crazy thing they said about X-Men was, so this is factual. Henry Cavill is reportedly in the stages of signing on to a multi-picture deal with the MCU, and people are kind of blowing it up that when they bring in all these characters, is he going to be Wolverine? After we saw that little glimpse of him, in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, I think that'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool.
Now, along with that, they have said that at least in these early X-Men movies, Wolverine is not going to be part of the team, at least not early on right away, which makes sense because that's how it was in the comics. But there's a big thing going on, like Henry Cavill signing these papers. Maybe he's going to be Wolverine because we've already seen him as a Wolverine. So I guess we'll see soon enough.
How are they leaving that much money off the table, though?
Right. I mean,
that's what everyone wants is Wolverine.
Oh, for sure. I'm down.
If
it's not going to be Danny DeVito, bring on the Cavill.
And that character's got to be age appropriate-ish with Sadie Sink if they're going to do that love triangle thing too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even really think about that. Maybe that's why they're waiting for him to join for a little while. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't even think about that. And maybe he is signing on for something in the MCU, as they've noted, but maybe it's not Wolverine because they didn't say what it was going to be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he could be a lot of characters.
Magneto.
He could be Magneto.
That would be kind of insane, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it though.
Yeah.
I don't see them not doing like a solo Wolverine thing, or at least have Wolverine in the movies, just not part of the team.
Yeah.
I see us having Wolverine sooner than later.
Yeah. He is kind of, after, the 2000s movies and all the recent stuff, he's kind of the big one that people think of when you think of the X-Men, especially casual viewers of this stuff, not the hardcore comic readers.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of money being left on the table.
Right? Well, let's see. There's a lot of Marvel stuff, so I might just kind of rapid fire off some of this. We know they announced Ghost Rider recently, and they put a confirmed date. It's going to come out July 28th, 2028. So we got that. And along with that, some news came out that if it wasn't going to be Ryan Gosling, they almost offered the job to Robert Pattinson, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, Sashir Zamata, who played Jennifer Kale on Agatha All Along, it sounds like she's going to appear in Ghost Rider, which makes sense. That's going to be cool. Marvel has said they still plan on having Hulkling, who showed up in that finale of She-Hulk, appear in some upcoming project. So that's cool. Oh, there's all kinds of Avengers Doomsday stuff being talked about right now. One thing they're talking about is that Loki is going to appear in multiple scenes, but there's a major rumor that he dies again.
Oh, God.
I know. It sounds like Deadpool and Wolverine have been confirmed to show up in Avengers Doomsday. It didn't say how much or how little, but they're going to show up. Avengers Secret Wars has already started filming, so that's cool, which that makes sense. That movie's coming out also only a year and a couple months from now, so they need plenty of time to work on it. And it sounds like Avengers Secret Wars is finally going to be the first time that on screen we see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman Wolverine team up. Something old folks like us have been waiting on since the early 2000s. Oh, they released some images of a character that everyone is speculating is Doctor Strange, based on how at the final bit of his most recent movie, he had that third eye. Well, there's this really creepy looking armored character with a spot for a third eye on its mask. And I guess there's rumors that it's going to be some kind of either variant or brainwashed version of Doctor Strange who works for Doom. And I don't know if you've seen these images, but they look kind of creepy.
The witches?
Not the witches, but those images look kind of cool too. But it's an all black figure with a metal mask, but it has that third eye. So it's making people think it's some kind of variant or brainwashed Doctor Strange who works for Doom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. A few other Marvel things. They announced that the characters Bullseye, Melissa Gold, and Abomination are going to show up in Thunderbolts 2. So that's kind of cool. They also announced that we're going to be seeing a more comic-accurate version of Taskmaster in an upcoming project. So that'll be interesting to see how they do that.
That's cool.
Since they killed off the recent one,
Yeah.
It sounds like Tom Holland, in terms of his symbiote suit, it sounds like there's already mocked up artwork and images of what his symbiote suit's going to look like. They're already thinking ahead and working on that, which makes sense. I kind of feel like we're probably going to see that in Secret Wars. Wouldn't you think that?
Yeah.
And a little bit more about Spider-Man. The actress McKenna Grace, who, she's been that little girl on Young Sheldon and all kinds of stuff. Well, she's not a kid anymore, but it sounds like she's rumored to play Black Cat in an upcoming Spider-Man movie. So if they do, I can actually see it. She looks like a young Felicia Hardy. I can see it.
Good.
Okay, they just announced that Charlie Cox is going to return as Daredevil on Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. So that's kind of cool.
When's that supposed to come out?
There's not a specific date, but it looks like it comes out January 2027. So not too far off from that. The last couple things with Marvel is that they recently announced an official movie is coming out on November 9th, 2029, but it's as of now untitled. So we don't know what kind of movie is going to go there. But at the same time, a rumor that a Strange Academy project is came out. So I don't know if that's fully what's happening, but there's a new movie for sure coming out, and there's rumors of it possibly being Strange Academy.
Okay.
I guess my real final thing with Marvel is X-Men 97 had its finale. Have you had a chance to see all those yet?
No, I'm like an episode or two behind.
Okay, I won't spoil anything then, other than I'll say the finale was great. And just like they've been so far, it was very heartbreaking, but it was very, very, very well done. So I will let you discover what happens on your own. But folks, go watch X-Men 97. It's been nothing but perfection. Okay, let's see. Over with DC, speaking of these finales, My Adventures with Superman had its season finale. It was awesome. They did kind of their play on the death of Superman's story arc, except there was no death. He just became powerless. and there was no Doomsday. It was mostly a bad Eradicator. So anyway, I loved it. It was great. And again, my favorite thing about this is I could watch it with my kids. My kids loved it. I can't recommend it enough. So folks, if you haven't seen My Adventures with Superman, go watch that one as well. Oh, this past weekend, the premiere of Lanterns happened on HBO Max. And oh my goodness, so good. You know I'm a Superman guy, but this might wind up being my favorite project so far.
Oh, wow.
It was great. The story was great. And the ending had such a twist. And I know you haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to say that I have a massive theory of this twist. And maybe everything's not exactly what it seems, but stay tuned for me to jabber on about that.
All right.
Okay, The Penguin season 2 sounds like it's been canceled. They're trying to wrap up this Matt Reeves verse sooner than they anticipated, I guess. And there was talk about a live action Poison Ivy series that has also been canceled before it even started. But on a more positive side, I guess, Sebastian Stan finally confirmed that he is going to be Two-Face in the Batman 2. So there's no more speculation of who he's going to be. He's going to be Harvey Dent.
Okay.
And they've also confirmed that the Court of Owls is going to appear in that movie. So I don't know. I really liked the first one, so now I'm getting more and more excited to see this second one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A couple more cancellations. There was going to be a series called Paradise Lost, which took place on Themyscira, a whole Wonder Woman, Amazonian type story. And then a series just called Waller, about Amanda Waller and her shenanigans in the DC universe. But both of those have also apparently been canceled before they even started. So that's kind of a bummer for if anyone was anticipating those things.
Huh. I wonder why they're canceling so many things.
I know, that's what I've been wondering. Let's see. Over with Star Wars, D23 also released the trailer for season 2 of Ahsoka, and holy crap, it looks so awesome. Did you have a chance to see it?
I didn't. I'm
Okay,
excited.
you gotta
to.
check it out. And I liked the first season a lot, but that 2-minute trailer for season 2 has me already even more excited than I was for season 1. And it looks awesome. Hayden Christensen's back as Anakin's Force Ghost. Hu Yang looked awesome. He had to fight in something, and that is not something we saw last season. So seeing that looks cool. Seeing the Ghost crew back from Rebels, a bunch of them were in this trailer. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait. Star Wars Starfighter, they put an actual date to that. It's going to be on May 28, 2027. And Ryan Gosling's character, they finally said his name. His name is Cade Oberon. And I know nothing about this character, so just a little bit more facts about that. They did announce they're canceling this project called The Hunt for Ben Solo. So there was going to be a project dealing with the stuff that happened between his fall from turning into a Jedi and becoming Kylo Ren. But anyway, that got canceled. And the final thing I have with Star Wars is they announced that Star Wars Jedi 3, the video game, is going to be much darker and more cinematic and more open world than the previous Star Wars Jedi games. So for people who like those games, sounds like you got something cool to look forward to.
Cool.
Now, speaking of video games, I'll go ahead and say a few video game announcements that came out. Insomniac Games is now working on Spider-Man 3, so that's pretty cool. Resident Evil Code Veronica is being remade, and it sounds like they're remaking it into a more open world game. So that kind of sounds terrifying to me, but that'll be fun.
Right on.
The Last of Us Part 3 is in the works, and Baldur's Gate 4 is in the works. And then I guess AAA Studios is making an open world Transformers video game. So lots of cool video games coming, it sounds like.
Yeah, that Wolverine game comes out soon too.
Oh, yeah. And the Silk Song DLC, we're less than a month away from that. And I am more pumped about that than anything. Okay, elsewhere out there in the pop culture universe, I guess this first bit of news is pretty sad. Over this past few days, the actress Hayden Panettiere passed away. She was only 36, and I have not seen any details about what happened, but man, that is such a bummer.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shows of all time was Heroes. Were you into Heroes when it was out?
Yeah, I love that show. Especially like the first 3 seasons.
Oh yeah, loved it. Between her and Hiro Nakamura, those were my 2 favorite parts of that show. And I'm just sad that she's gone. So rest in peace to her, and she's leaving behind a handful of things that people are going to love for a long time. Okay, for fans of Boy Meets World, we know that those guys do this Pod Meets World podcast, but it sounds like Pod Meets World is coming to Disney Plus on August 24th. So this is going to be a regular thing coming out on Disney Plus, which is kind of crazy, but kind of cool for those guys.
Yeah, and they're about to start the rewatch of Girl Meets World. So if you want to catch that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Reacher season 4 premiered last weekend, and holy freaking crap, so good. I can't reiterate enough. If you're into those shows where you get to watch justice just being taken care of in real time. I cannot recommend a show more than this. The first 3 episodes, they dropped them all at once, and it is just as action-packed, if not more, than the last few seasons. I love so much his demeanor in this show, and I love when he's just so a matter of fact that he doesn't take BS. And there's already been a few situations where he's kind of got to do his Reacher thing and put someone in their place, and I love that so much.
It's awesome.
Okay, the new Harry Potter HBO Max series that's coming out, they just announced that Nicholas Hoult, who plays Lex Luthor in the Superman movies, he's going to be playing Gilderoy Lockhart in this show.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's an annoying character. I don't like that dude. So it'll be interesting to see him play that guy. Okay, for fans of the series Grimm, it sounds like they're coming back with a movie with the original actors. So they're going to continue that story. That's kind of cool. Did you ever watch that show, Grimm?
No, I didn't. I wasn't into it.
I watched season 1 and I didn't hate it. I just got so busy watching other stuff that I never fully got to finish it. But I don't know. Maybe that's a show I'll throw in the mix when I don't have other shows to watch. Catch up with it because I remember liking it. Let's see. We've talked a little bit about that show, Only Murders in the Building, and they've already announced that David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker are going to be on this new season that's taking place in London.
Okay.
Well, they just announced that Peter Capaldi is also going to be in the show. So that means this new season is going to have 3 former Doctor Who doctors, and I think that's kind of cool.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
I wonder if the writers or fans or something, if they're going to make Doctor Who type jokes throughout the season, or if we'll just have to, think it's cool that they're in the show.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably do 1 or 2 jokes, but I doubt that they make it the whole show.
Yeah. Okay. We already talked about D23. On the Disney side of things, we got a ton of first looks. So we got a first look at Frozen 3. We got a first look at Incredibles 3. We got a first look at Coco 2. We got a first look at the live action Tangled. We got a first look at the Bluey movie. And that one, they actually gave a date to August 6th, 2027. We got a first look at Zootopia 3. Oh, and this was really cool. We got a first look at a Kingdom Hearts anime that's going to be coming to Disney+. It looks kind of cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Did you ever play Kingdom Hearts?
I did.
I never played it. It's something I've always wanted to, but I never played. It looks really
I
cool.
only played the first 2.
Okay.
Maybe maybe just the first one.
Gotcha. It looked super fun. I loved those RPG style games back in the day, and it just looked fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm excited to see what they do with an anime of that story.
I'm sure it'll be pretty, if nothing else.
Yeah. Oh, this one was kind of cool. There's a new Pink Panther movie coming out, but Eddie Murphy is going to be playing Inspector Jacques Clouseau. So I think that'll be kind of fun. We haven't seen him do a character bit in quite some time, so
Yeah,
I'm down for it.
That'll be funny.
Ryan Coogler is working on this new X-Files project, and they did just announce that David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson will return in this movie. Now, they didn't say, are they going to be integral to this movie? Are they just going to show up? They didn't say any of that stuff, but they're going to be in it, so that's kind of cool.
It was cool.
For horror fans, there's this new project coming out called Nightmare Hour. It comes out in 2027, and apparently Freddy Krueger is going to be a big part of it, so
Cool.
for fans of that, you get to see him come back. And my final thing that I have for news this week is definitely a bummer for me. We know that Disney Plus was coming up with this new Hasbro Disney Plus Power Rangers reboot, but they just announced that they've officially decided to cancel it before it even began. And I'm so bummed out about that. It was supposed to be slightly more adult-oriented Power Rangers on Disney Plus, and I don't know. I'm bummed out. I was excited to see what they came up with.
I feel like every time they try to do that, it always gets canceled.
I know. Such a bummer.
There's supposed to be one that was supposed to come out on Netflix years ago.
There was, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Maybe.
Well, hey, any wrestling news or other news to add to the mix?
No, not this week.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard all that. A lot came out this week. If you didn't have a chance to see any of those D23 trailers, whether it was Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, just go in your Google machines and type in D23 2026 and find all that cool stuff. Because again, so many good trailers. I was already excited for this stuff, but now I'm even more so excited having seen some glimpses of this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But go check it out. And hey, as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor channel, same Taylor time.
Bye.
Bye.